There he is.
Yay, honey.
Oh, honey.
He's back.
Got to stay on the road.
All right, so we're back with Douglas. We're going to talk a little sports. But before we do that, Doug, you are a country boy, and you have your finger on the pulse of country music. What are the people?
I'm wearing boots right now.
What are people saying about Beyonce winning the album, the country album of the year here?
I have to apologize up front. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, we talked about the Grammys in the last segment, so we were like, I guess it was a good album, but we don't listen to country. But you, on the other hand, do. So we thought maybe you had a, you know what? Forget it. Never mind.
I listen to country. I guess I just don't care who's winning awards. I'm not trying to be snobby about it. I just actually don't care.
But did you know she had a country album?
No, I did not.
You're not missing out, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, I actually thought her and her husband were both canceled with the Diddy stuff. Like I didn't even realize that was still she was still relevant.
She's not, apparently, because we don't know anything about her. So all right, so the Super Bowl is this Sunday
in the Superdome.
Oh my goodness. So Doug was going to come on and he's going to give us a few of his prop bets. And then we'll do late lines, and we'll obviously post that after the Super Bowl because that's what's funny. So Doug, what do you got for us? Do you have anything scheduled for us?
Yeah. And I'm sorry, I wasn't really listening when you were talking. Do you want to?
No.
I'm just trying to be like Jake here. Well, let's start with some fun prop bets.
Yeah, all right.
Because I do think some of these are fun. As an example, I will probably bet hundreds of thousands of dollars on the color of the Gatorade that is poured on the head coach.
Okay.
Right now, orange is your best bet.
I think yellow. I think yellow is a good one.
Okay.
And wait, then, Doug, where do you get these prop bets? I mean, and where do you place these bets? I mean, I felt like it's on the black web, on the dark web.
And we're getting racial all of a sudden.
I was gonna say black market, and then I thought dark web, and I mixed it. I'm not racist that I know of.
Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, like in Vegas, you can make all these bets at the sports book. They're actually gonna what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get an entire booklet, and it's like front and back. It's gonna be at least 4 pages full of prop bets, and I'm just gonna go through them, and I'm probably gonna do about 20, and it's gonna be a blast. I've never actually bet on like this type of silly stuff, although it can be fun. I'm usually betting on like game type stuff. Prop bets.
I forgot. I completely forgot you're going to be in Vegas. You can do whatever weird bets you want. I thought you were going to be in California where it's not allowed, right?
I'm not going to be making these prop bets in California.
So for the Gatorade colors, we got orange at plus 250, blue at plus 350, yellow or green at plus 400, red at plus 500, purple at plus 700, and clear or water at plus 900. So Doug, you're saying, so orange is a favorite. Do you have a favorite of your own?
Yeah, absolutely, I do. I'm actually going with the big money on this one.
Okay.
It wouldn't shock me if someone ran over, grabbed the wrong like ice chest, and just poured like ice and water.
Okay. Yeah.
Like plus 900 on it being just ice and water. I think that's totally possible. Way more possible than red. I mean, like, what idiot's going to dump red on their head coach?
Yeah, that's like one that'll stain for sure. And red 40, I think, is going to be illegal at some point, so might not even have red Gatorade after a while. But is it true that purple has been poured the last 2 times, or is that not correct?
That hit in 2023.
Okay.
Not last year.
Okay.
I'm looking now. I don't know what was used last year. Maybe it was
for some reason. So I thought, maybe if Mahomes win, maybe he's like maybe he's grape. So I don't know, plus 700, like that looks good to me.
Wait a minute, James. What are you implying by Mahomes liking purple?
He's a Laker fan.
Oh, okay.
He's a big Doncic guy.
Which, by the way, I think I am too now for the first time in my life. I think I'm going to be a LeBron hater and a Laker fan, kind of.
This is a touchy subject, Douglas.
I've been a Laker fan since the mid '90s when it was Kobe and Shaq, but I wasn't a super fan. I didn't follow him too much, but as soon as LeBron went there, I became a Lakers hater. So I think I'm with you, Doug. I hope LeBron retires in the next year or two, and I'll probably root for Doncic and the Lakers.
Well, we'll get to that later. So let's stick on task here, you bozos. So Doug, you're going clear or you going purple?
No, I'm gonna go clear. I'm gonna put $100,000 on clear water, at plus 900, and then hopefully that'll make me nine million, I think.
Does your wife know you're doing this?
Yeah, well,
The $100,000, I mean.
The $100,000 she doesn't know, and actually, yeah, no, she's right there with me. Like she'll make a bunch of fun prop bets too. It'll be a blast. Her bets are like $20 a piece.
Does Becca give you a limit or an allowance, or what's the deal with how much you bet?
No, I've never, Jake, I've tried to never put myself in a situation where we have to have like a tough conversation about it.
I bet, but you also don't want to limit yourself. Sometimes you just got to bet $100,000 on fart coin and hope that's a crypto that goes up.
Doug, if your kids are no longer in college once the Super Bowl's over, we'll know if you won or lost. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah, if they drop out. Which, by the way, I was gonna have so much like prep work done going into this podcast, but my oldest, his computer was stolen out of his car yesterday, and so we're dealing with that. And
probably somebody from Fresno.
Yeah, no, he's down south. It was probably one of the fire looters got to him. So.
Oh, what college is he at? I don't know anything about you or your family.
Yeah. He plays soccer at the Masters University. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Good for him.
Yeah.
Hope he's enjoying it.
Yeah, I think he is. So anyway, I got to buy him. I'm going to buy him a new computer. And
not if you lose all your money, bro. You can't buy him a new computer.
I know, you're right.
Doug,
I'm going to do great. I'm going to make tons of money.
Doug, just want to throw this by you. Could I maybe Venmo you $100 and you maybe throw some bets down for me, or do we not have that type of relationship?
Okay. So first of all, absolutely you can. Second of all, as long as that's legal, because I'm not even like I don't want to incriminate myself here. So let me double check like the actual legality of what you're talking about, and if it's legal, then of course, 100%.
It's absolutely illegal. I'll give you $100 for being
absolutely illegal.
No, I'm kidding. It's absolutely not illegal. I'll send you $100 for being my friend, right? You can do what you want with it. And then I might do a follow-on text to say, if I had $100, this is what I would put it towards. And it's like, it's not my $100 because I gave you $100 as a gift. And then, if you want a bet and then see how it goes, it's up to you.
The fact that you're discussing this on something is just so funny to me. Like, just do it and don't say anything.
We're not doing it, Doug. For the record.
Yeah, wink, wink, wink. We're not doing it. You already have my Venmo.
All right, so Doug's got 100,000 on clear water Gatorade. What's next?
Yeah. Okay, I actually like this one a lot. Will a player or coach cry during the national anthem?
Absolutely.
So yes is minus 430. No is plus 285.
Yeah, so it's not a great bet. I'm not picking it because I feel like I can make a bunch of money because you have to bet $430 in order to win 100.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of that bet because watching Chris Stapleton 2 years ago singing the national anthem. That was amazing. Watching the coach cry, the whole thing was just incredible. On this one, I would probably take the no, so I could actually try to make a little bit of money. Winning $285 on a $100 bet, I'd probably do that. But yeah, Jake, how do you feel about the national anthem? Being a veteran and.
Well, the question I want to get to first is, did you cry last year during the national anthem?
No, I cried at the end of the game when the Niners had lost.
When all your bets didn't hit. Yeah, I get it. Well, and you're saying as long as it's any coach or any player, that's like 200 people, or what's the details?
Well, I think the details is it would probably have to be televised. Like you'd have to be watching it, He's like, you couldn't be like, hey, I'm here at the game and someone cried. Like, it'd probably have to be part of the telecast. I would.
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna pan on the players, I think.
And that cameraman's looking for the guy who's crying, 100%.
So I would bet 100 on it happening, and then maybe just $20 on it not happening. So I think you're gonna win 80 at least.
Kind of hedge a little bit.
Not 80, but we're gonna win.
And Chris Stapleton lost to Beyonce. Am I correct?
Correct.
Okay.
What a nightmare. Okay, last kind of silly one before we get to sports. And this is one where I think someone could make some money. Will Travis Kelce propose to Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl?
Okay, God,
yes.
I hope not. No.
Hold on.
For the love of God, no.
What if? Okay, so yes is plus 500, no is minus 950.
Yeah.
What if he proposes to Caitlin Clark instead?
Yeah.
Would that be where are the odds?
That's plus 3,000.
So the fact that this even came up, doesn't it? Is there some insider information? I
don't think so. I think it's just because the odds are that it's not going to happen.
Right.
Like you bet you'd have to bet $950 on no to win 100.
Yeah.
So odds are it's not going to happen. But this is one where I could see like, hey, I'm gonna put $20 on this.
Okay.
And and then if it does happen, then then you're happy because you won money, and you're happy because the happy couple is going to be even more happy.
This beautiful couple.
Jake, let me ask you this: if Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift get married, is it more likely that they would just stop showing her all the time? Because now it's just like there's less drama. They're actually married. She'll probably stop going to the games. Is that possible or no?
Well, I think if they did get married, they'd probably be divorced in 2 years. But I think she would still attend. She'd still bring Clark and all that stuff, and I'd still be annoyed with the Chiefs. And I want to take the high road here and just say, I wish them the best. I hope they're happy. If they get married, cool. But I would consider a leg bet, or 2-leg bet. If the Chiefs are going to win, and is he going to propose? I think that would pay out some pretty good money too. And what are the odds that if he loses, he's going to actually propose? Like, baby, I'm a loser, but I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me? Not likely. But if he wins, he's just like, I want to finish this day off and propose. All these women that are watching football that never did because Taylor Swift is there now. They're all hoping, and they're in their little group chats that he proposes, and it's so romantic. And all the dudes are like, "Don't do it, bro. Big mistake."
James, what do you think?
Well, I think that if they are married, I think it'll increase even more because then we'd be on baby watch. You know what I mean? We get to watch them make a baby. Is what I meant by that.
What?
No, I think it would increase the
fan base.
Yeah.
I
don't think it would go away.
Can we move on to actual sports related things now?
Wait, Doug, you had one that you didn't bring up that I really.
Oh,
liked.
what was it?
It's the first Super Bowl commercial.
What company?
Oh, yeah.
I like that one.
Okay, then you go first, James.
Well, you got Doritos at plus 250, Bud Light at plus 300, Pepsi at plus 350. Daily fantasy, whether it's DraftKings, FanDuel, maybe probably like Prize Picks would go in there. I don't know. Plus 400, Apple plus 600. This one's a tough one. I guess Doritos is favored because they have so many. I don't even know if they're still doing that. Like where fans can make commercials. That used to be a thing.
How about James? Yeah. How about we do either or? Who's going to have a commercial first, like Miller Lite or Coors Light or Pepsi or Coke or Apple or Microsoft or whatever, and then we just pick like 3. This is just for the show. Me and Doug are going to talk offline about real bets. I mean,
we could do that. I think Bud Light's going to be first. I think they're still
like very first.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
At plus 300, it's not the best, but I can just see them going heavy with Shane Gillis, right, and Post Malone.
Yeah, and Eli Manning.
Okay.
Bud Light is working hard.
Yeah, they are
to get back in everyone's good graces.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually totally with you, James. I was thinking the exact same thing. I think they're gonna be continue to throw so much money at becoming relevant again
and masculine again.
Again.
What do you?
So, how much money are you going to put on that, Douglas?
I'll probably put $5K on that, on Bud Light, Why is that funny?
That's the exact number I was thinking. That's why it's funny. So how much will we make? Somebody do the math. You're a mathematician.
It'd be for what I say 5,000. It'd be 15,000.
He's upset. He's upset. He's mad.
Jake's done with the conversation.
I'm just taking time to forgive you guys for being so rude to me, but I think you guys are on line with that. Bud Light. Here's my counter question: which Mexican beer do you think could have an advertisement? Dos Equis, Corona, or Modelo? What do you think?
It's Corona. Corona's first.
You think Corona? Modelo's been trying to hit it hard. I think I'm going to go with Modelo. Is the Mexican beer that has a commercial, and I'll go with you guys as Bud Light. I don't think Miller Lite or Coors Light are really pressing it like Bud Light are.
I'm gonna go with Dos Equis.
Well, you're. That's who you're left with. You had no choice. We left you with Dos Equis.
because I feel like I feel a really good most interesting man commercial coming on this year.
That'd be
right.
A little callback. That'd be nice. Yeah. Using a new actor.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Probably. So I bring something to the table sometimes, guys.
Jake, that was really, really good.
Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna get to some actual football ones.
Yeah.
What do you got for us?
Okay. Let's go with a couple of fun ones that are football related that I think I actually probably will take these in real life. Any quarterback to record a reception is plus 1,600. Any quarterback to record a reception. Would you guys put $20 on a quarterback catching a football in the Super Bowl for plus 1,600?
No.
That would be a $20 bet that would pay out $320.
I mean, I guess if you put it that way, but I just don't see it happening. But Sharks and Gargles, we could do it.
I think it's definitely not a great bet, and I think it would be Hurts before it'd be Mahomes, and I just when he's got Barkley, I just what kind of trick play would have him getting it? Who would pass it to him? Smith or AJ Brown or maybe Barkley? I don't know. I think I would bet 20 to win 300. Come on, I'm already going to lose 100. I mean,
yeah, that's kind of a fun one. We saw Nick Foles catch a touchdown. We saw Tom Brady drop a pass in the Super Bowl. So it happens. I think Andy Reid is super creative and fun. So
yeah, maybe.
So you're leaning towards Mahomes getting it instead of Hurts.
I think I would be surprised if there wasn't one attempt in the Super Bowl by either team.
Yeah, I could see it. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and I think if they're going to attempt it, I think it'll be well timed. Possibly even wide open. I would 100% put $20 on this one. I probably will put $20 on this one.
Me too.
So yeah, I could see the Chiefs are just bored. They've been here 3 times. They're just looking for fun things to do.
Yeah, what wasn't it? Was it in the Super Bowl or maybe it was the AFC Championship game where they did the one where they all ran in a circle right before they.
Oh yeah.
You remember that? They
yeah,
up.
And,
yeah. Andy Reid just does fun stuff. And man, I wish he coached a different team, but because I like him a lot. But anyway, moving on. Next one. Any non-quarterback to throw a touchdown. Now this is similar. But any sort of flea flicker where a non-quarterback throws a touchdown. We had one last year in the Niner game. I didn't do research. I just now remembered that. So that was that's fun.
Who threw it last year?
I want to say McCaffrey threw it.
So
what are the odds? I know the QB catching a touchdown pass is plus 1,600. What's the non-QB throwing a touchdown?
So a non-QB throwing a touchdown is plus 1,400. So it's still huge. I mean, you're still going to win on a $20 bet. You're going to win $280.
If I only had $20, I'd probably go with the second one, even though it's lower odds. I would go 20 on the QB, non-QB.
Okay, so just to be clear, I was wrong. I did look it up. Juwan Jennings threw it, and Christian McCaffrey caught it.
Okay.
So that happened last year, totally within the realm of possibility.
So it worked. It worked against the Chiefs. Andy Reid steals it. Uses who to throw? Xavier Worthy throws it to Travis Kelce.
Kelce throws it. Can Pacheco throw?
Can he run?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm excited to find out.
Well, Kareem Hunt, I know he can punch. I mean, I know he can throw.
Ooh, rough. That's rough.
Zing.
All right, what's the next one?
That's an oldie but a goodie.
I have two more. The first one, let's go with Saquon Barkley's longest run over under 25.5 yards for his one single longest run.
Has he broken that in every playoff game? So
I don't know. Obviously he did last week. But I don't, off the top of my head, I don't remember the other ones.
I think he did. Was it who they played at Rams?
You said more. The longest run is more than 25.5 yards. Is that correct?
Yeah. That's
what's
the over under. Well, it's over under, so it'd be pretty much even money.
Can you bet like I think it's gonna be 30 and get better odds?
Typically you can. If Saquon breaks it, he could break it for 60. It's just a matter of, is he going to break one against the Chiefs, who have been arguably the best defense in football? And if I'm the Chiefs, I'm making that's my goal is to contain Saquon, make Hurts and those receivers beat you.
Yeah.
Which I know we're getting into game stuff now, but yeah, over under 25.5. James, what are you thinking? Over under 25.5. Taking the over or under?
My initial thought would be, yeah. I mean, it's Saquon Barkley, but then you're right. It's the Chiefs. So I think I would say, yeah. I think he could do it. I think if they're going to try to get him the ball, get him going early. It just takes one broken tackle, right, to scurry up the sidelines. I could see him getting like 26, 27, easy.
Yeah.
So I'd say, yeah.
Jake, what about you? Over, under?
Over for sure. I pretty much I've already spent my $100 on these bets, so I'm set.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm taking the under,
Ooh.
and it's not because I'm trying to be contrarian. I actually believe that the Chiefs are gonna not let him get loose. I think they're gonna. And by the way, I think Saquon is gonna run for over 100 yards. I think he'll have a good day. I don't think he's going to break one.
Okay.
So James, mark me down as an under.
Gotcha.
25.5.
What about? I think. What do you think of the odds are? I know you probably don't have them, but he could catch a short little dump pass and get 12 or 25 pretty easily. Is there any receiving yard?
I didn't see that one. I would assume it would be less than him breaking a rushing yard. And again, like when I was looking at these, there are 100 or whatever, and I took snippets of just a few that we could talk about today that I thought were interesting, including this last one, which is Patrick Mahomes rushing yards for the entire game. The line is 29.5. 29.5 rushing yards for the Super Bowl. What are you guys thinking? Over, under?
Jake, you want to go first?
Yeah, I feel like both of these offenses are pretty productive, and Eagles more than Chiefs, but Chiefs have better defense. I think Mahomes is going to do his sneaky little runs and to the sideline. I think he's going to get the over.
Yeah, I think so too. I think he probably scrambles 3 times, 4 times, and gets that fairly easily. That would be my bet. Yes, over.
Okay. This one, this line I don't even understand. Last year's Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes ran for 66 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 years ago against the Eagles, he ran for 44 yards. I just don't get it. To me, this seems like easy. He's going to run for 30 yards. He's so sneaky. It's always so well timed when he takes off. Plus, defenses are afraid to touch him near the sidelines.
Yep.
Because they'll get 15 tacked on. So, I guess we're all in agreement on this one.
So we're gonna put like $450K on this one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What were the odds on that one? The even?
It's just over under.
It's just over under. So it's just even money. The line
I feel like on the over sometimes it's like minus 150 or plus,
You'll see it. Nah, you'll see it like sometimes that's more than I would have that I've seen it. You'll see like 110 sometimes or 105.
Right.
Just so the casino can make their money, but it's relatively even when you're doing the over unders. So those are prop bets, James.
That's great. I got one. Butker to miss is 3-1.
I mean, I'd put 20 on that, James, to win 60. Right. I would do that.
Okay. So it looks like we're putting $105,120 on the prop bets, and then 450,000 or 450, 120. How do I even say this? We're putting a lot of money on the actual game. Yeah. 450 on the Mahomes over, and then about $140 on Barkley and any QB to receive a pass. It's a lot of money.
That's 450,000 each, right?
Yes.
This is theoretical, guys, because if not, I'm gonna have to move a few things around in my 401k to get to that cash.
I mean, it's plus or minus. These are rough numbers. I look forward to Jake not sending me $100.
Yeah, no, it's not. I don't do that stuff. I have a lot of vices, but gambling, I'm gonna have to drop it.
All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, later, Doug. Thanks.